Hey guys, we're here in my garage. Just bought this new Corvette, and it's hot as balls out here. No, but seriously guys, what's going on? It's your boy Jamal. We're here in my garage today, and we're actually going to be lowering the Corvette. Now, a little thing I didn't know when I bought this car was that these cars actually come with factory lowering bolts to where you can adjust the ride height of the suspension from the factory. Now, I heard there's not a whole bunch of adjustability in the factory bolts, but it's not a big deal. I'm going to lower it. It's free. If I don't like it, I can go with aftermarket bolts, which actually aren't too expensive. I think you can get some for around 40 to 50 bucks. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing jacked up and get it lowered and see what it looks like. All right guys, so we're gonna be starting with the front, and like I said, the first thing we're gonna do is jack up the car. Alright guys, you want to make sure that wheel is completely off the ground, and one thing I like to do is use a jack stand. Anytime I'm working underneath the car, I just like to take that extra step and make sure that it doesn't fall or do anything like that. And now you want to get that wheel off. Alright guys, for this I have my trusty Craftsman impact wrench. Now these lug nuts are 19mm, so I have a 19mm socket here. And you don't need an impact wrench to get the wheel off. If you want, you can do it by hand, but before you jack it up, make sure that you break the lug nuts, as in loosen them before you put it in the air, because when you get it in the air, the wheel's just going to spin. You're not going to be able to get the lug nuts off. Okay, so as you can see there, that right there is a lowering bolt, and if we zoom out, you want to place your jack right underneath this piece to take the tension off of that lowering bolt so you can turn it. Alright guys, now you want a wrench with a 10mm socket, and you want to put it on top of that bolt and start turning it counterclockwise. Alright guys, now once you got it turned all the way, you want to turn it back a quarter turn, and you're done. Alright guys, now you just want to drop the jack and take your wrench off, and you're done. Alright guys, now one thing you want to do before lowering, or before putting the wheel on and lowering the car is, since I lowered mine all the way, I don't have to do this, but if you aren't lowering yours all the way, you want to make sure and count the amount of thread on that bolt so that you know how much to lower it on the other side, and that whenever you drop it all the way, the vehicle is going to be level all the way around. Alright guys, so now I'm just going to bolt that wheel back up, and I'm going to drop it, and then I'm going to repeat the process on the other side. I'm not going to show it because it's the same. But yeah, I'm going to do this real quick, and then we're going to get to the rear. Alright guys, so I just got the rear wheel off. I just lowered the other one there. And yeah, so here we are. If you come down in here, you can see right there that that is the rear lowering bolt. And so yeah, the process for this one is going to be a little bit different, but it's actually a lot easier. So yeah, just stick around and I'll show you guys how to do it. So for the rear, all you need is an 18mm wrench and a 13/16 inch wrench. I don't have a 13/16 wrench, so I'm just going to use this adjustable one that I have. But yeah, it's fairly simple, so we're going to get in here and do it real quick. So all you want to do here is put your 13/16 inch wrench on that top bolt, and then you want to get your 18mm wrench and get underneath the car. You can see the head of the bolt from the bottom, and then you just want to start turning it counterclockwise while you hold that 13/16 inch nut in place. Alright, so I'm just lowering mine until 2 thread rings remain. And yeah, so you just want to repeat this process on the other side, and then you're done with the rear, and you're done lowering the car. Alright guys, and the last thing you want to do, probably the most important thing you want to do, is before you finish up, before you drive the car, you want to make sure that your lug nuts are torqued down to the proper spec. The torque specs on these lug nuts is 100 foot-pounds. And so yeah, the last thing you want is a wheel coming off after you lower your Corvette. Alright guys, I'm probably going to drive it for 3 days and let the suspension settle a little bit. Then I'm going to go get the alignment checked. Anytime you mess with the suspension on any car, whether you're lowering it, whether you're changing the camber or anything, it's always a good idea to get it aligned, because you don't want to be running through tires prematurely, and especially on these cars where the tires are really expensive. Alright guys, and that's it. We're finished. We got the car all lower. We got it off the jack stands. We got it off the jack. It's sitting on the ground now. I'm going to give it a few days, probably 3 days, to let it settle. And I'm going to follow this clip with pictures of before and after, and then a side-by-side comparison. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be posting a whole lot more Corvette videos. And yeah, I'm going to see how I like it. If it's not low enough, I'll go with aftermarket bullets, and I'll be sure to show y'all how the installation is on that. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to go drive the car now. I'll see you guys later.